Hello, beautiful souls. Recording this video from, I just finished my gym. You can see I'm so sweaty and so red. So sorry I look like a mess, but this does not matter because when I was at the gym, as I was pumping, I got this message that I really need to record and tell you exactly why I've decided to do the healing circle, because it's actually something that if it was my old self last year, I would never have launched anything like this. So it's kind of against everything that I stood for in last year, let's say, right? So I've decided to do the healing circle simply because last year it was one of the toughest year of my life. Okay? And to be perfectly honest with you guys, when I started this business 7 years, the last 7 years have been a breeze, really. I didn't really have any issues, any problems. I got into alignment with a 6-figure earner. I hit my 6 figures in 6 months. I had 2 babies during that time. And honestly, everything was flowing. I was working 1 to 3 hours a day. I never had a team behind me. I was doing everything by myself in my business. I was so energetically aligned that even when my second child, my daughter, was born, I was literally working 1 hour a day and clients were just flooding in. So I didn't really experience much hardship. Of course, my life has never been like, it has not been perfect. I lost my mom when I was 23 years old and she was my closest person to me. Obviously I had a first spiritual awakening, which was not easy as well, quitting my job, experiencing massive depression, identity crisis, anxiety. Of course, I've been through quite a lot in my life, but the last 7 years have been like really easy in my business, right? Of course, there were ups and downs, but overall, it was a breeze. But what happened last year, oh my God, it was just hardship after everything fell apart. I had my second spiritual awakening and my life fell apart. I had a goal, I was like, I'm a 6-figure earner and my goal is, to buy my dream house. It happened. And I knew deep down that when I reach that goal, I will be called to do more, to really fulfill my purpose, to fulfill my potential. And so everywhere, everything went crashing down. My business started crashing down. I started crashing down. It started from me, not my business. My business was still going, which is amazing. But I had a massive breakdown. I had to become a completely different person to achieve my full potential. So I had to let go of my old self, old beliefs, old business structure. I had to burn everything to the ground. And in my lowest points, where I didn't know what to do, when I didn't know who I was, where I would just crawl in bed, a blanket over me, and I was just crying, asking for help. And I was like, who can help me? I don't know what's going on. It felt like I have lost everything, like my soul, my purpose, my whole business. I felt like I couldn't show up. I couldn't do my business because I didn't feel in integrity. It was the hardest time. But that was the time when my gifts activated. I became a channel. I channeled my healing modality. I became a channel of 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, Pleiadians. They gifted me the knowledge and wisdom that I have now integrated with my old teachings, right? So I have upgraded to like incredible levels, right? I started embodying my next level. I show up differently. My programs are different. I thought I was providing life-changing results before the shift. Now my clients, my teachings are completely different level, right? When you work with 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, Pleiadians, when you mix it with business strategy, oh my God, like it's unreal, right? But why did I decide to do healing circle? Before, I always used to think my role is to help people go from zero to a hero, from not knowing who you are, not knowing what business you want to do, connecting to your purpose and getting you all the way to 6 figures. If I can't do that, then I'm not doing it, right? That's how I used to think. But the hardship that I've experienced last year made me realize one thing, and one thing only, that led to healing circle. Sometimes life gets really, really tough. Sometimes life gives us lessons, spiritual awakening, or, you know, anything to test us, not to break us, but to help us break through. And that period when you're laying down in your bed crying, not believing, I'm gonna get really emotional, in those moments when you really doubt yourself, I want to help you. Oh my God, calm down. I want to help you feel your power, because in those moments it's so easy to quit. And I've seen a woman who were about to quit, and they ended up leading other women. They ended up creating 6-figure businesses. They ended up being on stages, being authors, creating their own modalities. So don't let those moments define you, because these are moments that actually will make you who you meant to be. And I know in those moments, my old clients, the moments when I was so close to quitting, my old clients, my past clients reached out to me, and they were like, what's happening to you? What happened to you? To the leader, to the person who helped us, right? They sent me all the results that I helped them achieve. They told me, read your testimonials, please. And I ended up reading my testimonials, because at some point I doubted everything. I doubted that whatever I created in the past worked. So the clients, my past clients, started reaching out to me, and they were like, please don't quit, because you are about to create something beautiful. You have changed our lives. Look at us, you know. Some of them, you know, they were at the verge of divorce because of financial difficulties, and I helped them create businesses from scratch all the way to 6 figures. So they were like, you know, look at our life now, like, you have helped us do this, like, please do not quit. What's happened to you? And, you know, people reached out to me. People did not give up on me. People offered their help and support when I was at my lowest. And I was so like confused about what was happening to me, because I've always been strong, you know. I always knew how to heal myself. I like this is my job, healing, getting into alignment, reaching your goals, right? Like, what's happened to me? But the spiritual awakening showed me how difficult it can be, and it also showed me how to navigate through difficult times, how to heal, how to feel those emotions, how not to give up, how to show up no matter what, how to connect to your purpose, how to remember who you are, how to step in your power, even when your external life is a chaos, even when everything is falling apart. But you are the one who will never fall apart, because your calling, your purpose is so much bigger than you, than anything else. And your soul is pushing you forward for a reason, because you are meant for greatness. So in fact, I do really care what you're going through. That's why I'm doing Healing Circle. I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to go through hardship. I want you to connect to your power. That's why I thought, you know what? There are people there right now who are struggling, who right now it's not their time to create 6-figure business. They will get there. I know they will. And if you are there, be my guest. You know, our mastermind is open. This is for people who, you know, there's like, you get everything in a mastermind. You get my healing, we heal, we connect to your purpose, we connect to your power, we awaken and deepen your spiritual gifts, we turn it into beautiful offers that sell out, and we obviously implement a channeled business strategy that is right just for you, right? So the mastermind is for people who have no business or are struggling with business all the way to 6 figures, right? And what's different about this mastermind is that we work until you get results. It's not one of those programs when you heal, when you teach or learn, when you implement things, when the coach tells you here and there what you meant to do, and then you don't get results, and it's like, okay, well, sorry, see you later, I don't know why, right? Like, I work with you until you get results in real life, right? That's the difference. That's why my clients are so successful, because we don't quit, right? So if that's for you, go. Tell me that you're interested. I'll send you the details to the mastermind. But the Healing Circle is for people who need healing first, who are who know they're meant for more, who know that they have this pull and this push from their soul, like move forward. You're meant for greatness, you're meant for more, you're meant to create beautiful impact in this world, but they're going through difficult time, or they just have so much to heal that they are stuck in their business. Whatever they do, nothing's working because there are so many layers that they need to heal. You have block after block after block. If you're doing things over and over again and nothing's getting your results, there are things that need to be healed. So that's why we'll be meeting every week, once a week, and I will be channeling. Obviously I work with 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, and the Pleiadians, so I will be channeling our sessions, and we will be healing one block a session collectively. So we'll be going through like typical but very detailed blocks, because I don't just want to say, oh, we're just going to do self-doubt. No, we're going to go deeper into, for example, I don't believe I can create X, Y, and Z transformation in my clients. I doubt my abilities. I don't think I'm a good enough healer, right? Like we go very, very specific, very, very detailed. We'll be talking about like self-doubt, any fears you've got, any doubts, any money blocks, any abundance blocks, like anything, right? It will be channeled, it will be guided, it will be so transformational. I'll be using my own modality that I've channeled that is so phenomenal, because it doesn't only go into the root cause of your trauma or block. We go so much deeper. We heal not only that, but we heal any relationship that is linked with that cause, and we go deeper, we go further, we go back to the time where you've chosen that lifetime. You learn about what your soul lesson was in that lifetime. Most likely you haven't learned that lesson, because that's why we're there. And so we learn that lesson, we heal it, and we rewrite your past energetically. So once you rewrite your past energetically, your present will be different already energetically. So it is very, very phenomenal. It heals blocks permanently and quite quickly as well. What else we'll be doing in this session? I will be sharing with you tools and techniques for how you can embody the next level of yourself. So the purpose of the healing circle is to help you lift the heaviness, the trauma, just the struggle. Okay, so you can actually connect to the power that's within you. So you have motivation, you feel inspired, you feel that you can actually rise and start thinking about the business. What helped me on my journey was healing, because when you heal the conditioning, you heal the ego, the mindset blocks, the limitations you've got, and it helps you connect to who you truly are, that your divine self. It helps you activate your gifts. So this is what happened to me. As I started healing, my gifts started activating. I started understanding who I really am, on a deep level, what my full potential is, how that looks like, what my vision is to fulfill my potential. And that from that place, your whole frequency changes, your whole identity changes, so that you are ready to show up differently, to create offers that are different, and like your business changes because you are changed. Your vibrations have changed, and this is for you if you want to. So the healing circle is for you if you're going through difficult time right now, or if you feel so stuck in your business and there's stuff that you need to heal. Okay, this will be very profound healing. Okay, we'll be holding space, we'll be doing it together. You'll be surrounded by spiritual workers, healers, coaches who are on the same path as you, so that we can rise together. This is very important for me. Okay, so right now you can typically, like normally it will be £111 for a month, and you can cancel at any time, but now as a pre-launch investment it's only £55, and it will never go higher for you. So once you lock in that price, it is like that as long as you want to stay with us. And again, if you don't like it, you can cancel at any time, but I promise you the transformation will be phenomenal. Your life will never be the same. Okay, so if you want to find out more, do let me know, and I'll send you all the details. Sending you lots of love. Bye guys.